Step over the edge into a Christmas tree ornament. Reindeer magic tinsels, green Tannenbaum canopies. Calliope music pipes inside this cod-capped habitat. Santa Claus as a bearded lady. Circus freak sleigh rides. Call it progress. Climbing up the bough for a better view. Forever hanging from the fishhook.
Ho, 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 speaks the piles of bones. Painted in lead and formaldehyde, that sweetness you taste is the tongues of your children, boiling down into stock for a market, crashing like a big rig into the bloated liver of your values, forgotten in the rush of bile, exploding against chrome-paved parchment, a receipt of your every last transaction. I do not want you to be a poem scrawled upon my page, a collection of words passed between my lips to an audience that turns the universe I see staring into your eyes right before we kiss into an idea. Quaint, remembered seconds that I will sell to the highest bidder.
August 1914, first shots fired, tanks, machine guns, mustard gas, stabbed in trenches, blitzkrieg by the Reich, Holocaust, concentration camps, Auschwitz, Dresden firebombs rain down, demonic darkness swallows Hiroshima on August 6. Rest of the 20th century spits out secret coups, assassinations, My Lai massacre, children's mothers' blood spilled, in Cambodia's cries, crushed, Khmer Rouge, funneling weapons to Iraq to bomb Iran in 1980s, invading Iraq in 2003 for oil, Twin Towers fall on 9/11, bombs in London and Madrid, bombs and shootings in Paris, and we call them the enemy? When we shoot down black people in the streets daily? When we hear of Sandy Hook and Planned Parenthood shootings? Shrug and accept this as normal? She's spoken of spirits, native dreams and heavenly days. She's walked with the devil at the crossroads and seasons of serpents, mourned the wartime lovers, danced through Indian summers, spun spirals and shrouds across desert sands. I send her money. I send her poems. She sends me her songs. She shares her pain. She calls me north, but I'm stuck down south. She's homeless again. Oh, my love, your wounded lungs, your broken wings. One day you will fly away.
I speak of spirits because he believes in them. I send him my songs that I find on the internet. I tell him I'm homeless, he sends me money. I share my pain that I remember from 9th grade Romeo and Juliet. I call him north knowing he's stuck down south. He sends me poems. I'm homeless again? He sends me more money. I walk with the devil at the crossroads, but one day I'll fly away, farther and farther away. The glacial peak cradles his stiffening form while wolves rend his tongue from his frozen mouth, and that precious eagle tears out his liver day after day after day. No Hercules will save this Prometheus. Instead, the mother of the winds and the stars, tarrying with her rosy fingers wrapped around her pitchers of dew, crushes all 28 bones in each of Jorge Luis's 10 fingers and all 26 bones in both of Jorge Luis's hands, just in case should he live, so that he can never set another word to paper again. Rejoicing, she brings the dawn.
The old gods tortured willingly, willfully watching the writhing of man, although the gift of fire promised retreat of fear and darkness, control in depths of night, end of sounds creeping closer, monsters draped on cave walls. Flickering flames brought hope, but crushing darkness brought the bringer demigod's sentence. Suffering for his hubris, he stole from the gods and gave extreme power to man that only gods hold and wield. I've always wanted to be a hot air balloon. Idea of floating above the ground, drifting like a cloud or hawk, riding the currents of air that lift, supporting, enfolding, caressing. I've taken to soaring in glass elevators, aware of my heart burning in my throat and beating as if it would break its confines of bone, supporting, enfolding, caressing.
They say that every messenger was a shepherd. The flock follows in green pastures, still waters. The verses I memorized as a child and wrote on tracing paper have left silhouettes, animal cookie shadows of elephants, buffalo, lions. The earth speaks in roars and earthquakes and thumping club music that vibrates faster than the heart knows how to beat until it stops. I don't like holding helium balloons. This fear started when I was 5 years old. The dentist's office would give me a toothbrush, a sticker, and a helium balloon. Then they would take my picture holding the balloon and hang my face next to the other smiling gap-toothed children.
And we hang ourselves on our childhood and drill beneath the roots and tunnel until our heads are buried deep within the sand and scattered across the basement floors. We will let our fears simmer beneath the surface of our souls, like red embers smothered quiet, wrapped in the burial shroud of our ignorance and put into the cold ground rather than cremated, because we cannot let our memories go like ashes into the wind. Like heat, rise, seep like steam into the fissures of foundations until traditions are softened by your words. Then scale the walls hooked by ropes of smoke, so you may never fall and they are stuck crawling beneath you trying not to choke. Rise and set fire to their homes, the only places they have known, so they must learn to live amongst the others, rebuild into something stronger.
Yes, rise. Climb on the shoulders of the masses huddled and yearning, but not pulling themselves up the backs of their neighbors by their bootstraps. Fight, for they long to drag you back to them, to gag on the constant, maddening crush of existence entwined in akimbo fearful eyes. Stomp their faces. Do not look down. Never acknowledge their need is your own. They don't look like you, act like you, smell like you, or fuck like you, so they must never be remembered like you. Going up? Back me up. Buck up. Cheer up. Choke up. Choose up. Don't make me go upside your head. Ease up. Everything's coming up roses. Fed up to here with fucking it up? Get up the nerve to jazz it up, live it up, own up, save up, shack up, shape up, slip up, split up, step right up and stick 'em up. Strike up this conversation. Strike up a friendship. Take them up on it. Turn up to turn it up and get turned up. Throw your hands up before you throw up. With your back up against the wall and up to no good, whip something upside down. Get worked up to work your way up. Wake up. Wrap it up and wrap it up. What's up? Up yours.
Front you down. You think you're just a rutting buck, but you'll learn, so stop smiling. This isn't time for cheer. I hope you choke when it comes down to choose. I'll bash your head into the pavement. Tighten down everything you own, thief. I'm coming downhill for you. Why do you stand up to fuck? Get down on the ground, you measly cock. You've got some nerve thinking you belong here, listening to the blues before you croak. Own your failure. No one's gonna save you. You're a shackled, unshapely slip of a man who splits hairs and doesn't know how to fight. No one will talk to you. No one's your friend. Go downtown where no one will hear you scream. Hold your hair back and vomit that last ounce of courage you have left. I've got you in a corner, but you're a rat without a bite. Go back down to the hell where you came from. Wake up. You can't roll with the punches. You've got a limp dick and a tight asshole.